All right, all right, all right. Our first bit of movie news. We have a lot of movie news today. Our first bit of movie news. Apparently, they're making a Scream 7. Have you seen any of the Scream movies?
No, I haven't.
I've seen like maybe like the first couple of them, but I totally haven't seen like the rest of them, and they all kind of got boring. I heard like the newest ones, they've got better. But I don't know. Are you interested in seeing another Scream movie?
Yeah, I'm very, very interested.
You're always down for anything. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Apparently, it's going to be done by the director of Happy Death Day and Freaky, which was like a remake of. It was like a Freaky Friday concept, but with like murder and death and whatnot. Have you seen Happy Death Day?
I saw a clip of it. I saw a trailer of it, and then I didn't get a chance to see it because I don't know.
It's pretty fun. It's like a Groundhog Day style movie, but except it's it's like a horror movie. You should check it out. It's pretty good. There's a lot of fun death sequences in that. It's pretty great. But yeah, so I mean, with them at the helm, I think it has great potential, man. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have to check it out and catch up on the Scream series. All right. Moving on. Of course, due to the success of the Barbie movie, studios are going to start grabbing up a bunch of these IP properties. We talked about that last time, but one of them is going to be Monopoly movie. What? Would you even want to go see a Monopoly movie?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, man. It sounds like it can go horribly wrong. I don't know. It could either be, the next Barbie movie, or even like Pirates of the Caribbean, or it could be the next Haunted Mansion. Did you hear that the Haunted Mansion movie did terrible? Just like the original one that came out with Eddie Murphy, and now the newest Haunted Mansion movie.
It did?
failed.
Oh, I was so looking forward to it.
Yeah, I heard it was terrible. I don't know. So the Monopoly movie, I don't know. If they do it in a creative way, it could be fun, but I don't know. I don't know what the hell they have planned for it. Of course, they're not doing anything right now because of the writers' strike and the actors' strike and whatnot. But I don't know. My favorite iteration of the Monopoly Man was that. Remember in Ace Ventura 2?
You must be the Monopoly guy.
When he was at like that fancy ball or whatever, and then he like sucker punched that old rich guy, and he started using him as like a freaking puppet.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was hilarious.
That was funny. That's my idea. That was like the best interpretation of the Monopoly Man, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Not to get too off topic here. All right. Moving on. Are you a fan of Donnie Darko?
Yeah, I remember movie. I saw it in a while back. I remember seeing it at your house where your mom used to live. A very, very nice apartment.
You have a great memory. Yeah, it was a great movie, very angsty and whatnot. Of course, they did a sequel called S. Darko. Now, apparently, they're thinking about doing a Donnie Darko 3. Of course, nothing's official yet. But the director, Richard Kelly, he said he's been revisiting that world, and he's interested in maybe jumping back in. Of course, he sold the rights back in the day when he was younger, so he doesn't own the rights. But he would love to revisit that character, revisit that franchise, if you will. So I don't know. Hopefully, we get to see more of that. All right. Next bit of movie news. Apparently, Emily Blunt says that Cillian Murphy and John Krasinski have discussed A Quiet Place 3. Are you a fan of the Quiet Place movies?
Yeah, I just saw the first one, and it was very, very interesting.
Yeah, they're pretty
the
good,
way
man.
the method acting is doing very, very good. The script is good. It reminds me of a very, very modern horror film.
Yeah, it was one of the better horror films in a long time. The second one wasn't as good, but definitely a great franchise. Hopefully, the third one is hopefully they're able to get it off the ground. Like you said, everything's up in the air with all the strikes going on and whatnot. But that'll be fun to see another one. All right. Next bit of movie news. We're entering Rumorville. Some more Fantastic Four casting rumors. Apparently, They're saying that Vanessa Kirby will reportedly star as Sue Storm, also known as the Invisible Woman. Originally, people thought that Jack Quaid, I don't know if you're familiar with Jack Quaid, but he's in one of my favorite shows, The Boys on HBO. They said that he was in the running to play Johnny Storm, but that's not true. He refuted those claims. Turns out that Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things, have you seen Stranger Things?
No, I have not.
It's a good show. You should check it out. He plays Eddie Munson. Joseph Quinn is reportedly playing Johnny Storm. So that'd be interesting if that's true. He's a great actor. I could see him playing Johnny Storm. And then, apparently Galactus is supposed to be the main villain of the movie. Hopefully it makes up for that. Actually, a lot of people razz Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, but I thought it was a great movie. Although I think the look of Galactus was very lacking. As people called him, the big fart cloud. What did you think of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer?
Oh, it was awesome. The casting was terrific.
You got that straight.
Owen Grufford, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, Michael Chiklis, Lawrence Fishburne as the surfer. Very, very awesome casting. Julian McMahon, who reprised his role as Dr. Doom. Amazing cast ever.
Definitely. I always thought that they should have brought them back, like especially in one of the multiverse movies. I thought I would have loved to have seen like Owen Grufford pop up as Reed Richards in like Multiverse of Madness and whatnot. But too bad we didn't get to see that happen, man. But yeah, hopefully these new Fantastic Four movies are great. I feel like it's a little late, especially since they were, Marvel's first family, to introduce them this late in the game where Marvel is kind of like going down the crapper. It's gonna be sad, man. Especially, and then they're gonna start introducing the X-Men. I don't know. Hopefully they can pick up some steam, but they're kind of on their way out, unfortunately. All right. Moving on. And then some more Fantastic Four. Well, it's not really rumors, but someone during an interview asked actor Cillian Murphy if he would be open to playing the villain Dr. Doom. But his answer is always very political. He always says, it's always about the script. If someone sends me a script, I'll read it. And you never know what turns up. So I doubt that anyone had him in mind for Dr. Doom. They seem to have, I don't even know what they're thinking with the Fantastic Four casting. Every time someone thinks they're going to drop the official casting, nothing ever happens. So we'll see. But yeah, that'd be interesting. What would you think of Cillian Murphy as Dr. Doom?
That would be awesome, actually. A very, very different interpretation of Dr. Doom. Very, very nuanced, very, very modern. Of course, Julian McMahon will always be the Dr. Doom of the Fantastic Four, but Cillian Murphy, I hope he gets that role.
It'd be fun to see like a 3-hour documentary, or not documentary, but like a 3-hour serious movie about Dr. Doom creating his Doom bots and then how he regrets his decision and whatnot. A real character piece. That'd be great. Not to get too off topic here. All right. Moving on. Filmmaker Jim Jarmusch stated that he will never watch a Star Wars film. He resents their cultural impact. What do you think about that?
I think it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah. Apparently he said that he feels like it's so intrusive into the culture that even though he's never seen a Star Wars movie, he knows who R2-D2 is, he knows who Darth Vader is, and he feels like it's because of that he'll never want to watch it. He's like one of those guys who, like, if it's too popular, he doesn't want to see it. I don't know. I don't like that mindset. If it's good, it's good. If if you don't like it, you don't like it, whatever. But just because it's so popular doesn't mean you should shit on it and whatnot. He should at least check it out and see what he thinks of it. And after he watches it and decides he doesn't like it, whatever. But he hasn't even seen it, and he's like, I don't want to, give it the time of day and whatnot. But anyway, who the hell's heard of Jim Jarmusch? Can you think of even one Jim Jarmusch movie? I
have no idea.
And you know a lot about movies. So anyway, I don't want to shit on him too much, but anyway, moving on, moving on. Next bit of movie news. Apparently, Gal Gadot said that Wonder Woman 3 is happening in the DCU, but that's been denied by the new team for the DC WB universe and whatnot. James Gunn and Peter Safran said they have no intention of bringing Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman into the new DCU. So I don't know whether these, I don't know, maybe they're backpedaling. Maybe they were thinking about it, and I don't know. Maybe after Flash, they're like, fuck it, let's just ditch everything. I don't know. I don't know why there's two different words coming from two different people, but. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Everything's up in the air, like I said. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right. Our next bit of movie news: Robert Downey Jr. Oh no, wait. I'm on the wrong thing over here. Apparently, they're using AI to create digital background actors. And apparently, a background actor who worked on the set of WandaVision said that all the background actors were scanned with the intent of using digital doubles of them. That's kind of scary. Like. Because what if one day they decide that, oh, hey, we don't pay background actors. We're just going to create all digital background actors. That's kind of that kind of sucks for people who make money off of doing background acting and whatnot. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's really, really different. But, they're using AI, of course, for James Earl Jones's voice because he has officially retired from the role of Darth Vader, the voice of Darth Vader. But yeah, I mean, like they will use that AI of his voice.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother
future stuff.
Yeah, that's a whole nother side of the coin where it's like you're using, already famous actors after their death, and then you're kind of making them act from beyond the grave. I saw somewhere like in an interview that Dan Aykroyd said he'd be down to be like. Acting after he passes away, as long as his family is cool with it and whatnot. And then some actors on the other side of the coin don't want that to happen, because it's like they have no control of what movie they're going to be in after they're gone. So I don't know. It's kind of really a hot topic issue, man. But this kind of sucks because you have these background actors who do this for a living. They don't get paid a whole lot, but they go from set to set, being extras and whatnot, and to scan their likeness in and possibly use it in another project. That's kind of sketch, man. It's like, who's to say like I gave you permission? I mean, they probably signed something. I don't know. Maybe they should have looked at the contract more or whatnot. But I don't know if they intend on using their likeness in other projects. But apparently the background actor who worked on WandaVision was told. To report to the station, and they scanned her, and then they had her do different like facial poses, and they basically recreated her digitally. And she's like, this is kind of weird because like, what if I don't want to be in another show, but they decide to, since they have the rights to my likeness, they stick me in there. That's weird. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really different. For the actors that want to act in movies, this is strangely different.
Yeah, it's a whole new world out there, man. All right. Moving on. Apparently, this writer strike, it seems like it's never going to come to an end. They had talks on last Wednesday, and apparently those didn't go very well. So kind of back to square one. Everyone's still trying to look for a deal to try and end this writer strike, but they don't want to pay them fairly, and of course the actors as well. I don't know. They keep they're keeping this thing going, and it's not good, man. I don't see an end in sight, and people are losing a lot of money and whatnot. Although Warner Brothers, David Zaslav said that apparently it saved them more than $100 million in quarter two. And so he's like kind of bragging that not having to pay the actors and writers is saving them money. Like what kind of loser statement is that? They're just adding fuel to the fire, man. I mean, they're still making money off of like the projects that they already filmed, but by the time it comes, they've already expended all of that. They're gonna have nothing. You have nothing without the writers and the actors and whatnot. So just make a damn deal with them already and get this shit over with. All right, I'm tired of talking about it. All right. Moving on. Apparently, they're doing a Bride of Frankenstein remake. That'd be interesting. It's going to be directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. And it's going to have Christian Bale in it in the lead role. I'm guessing as Dr. Frankenstein. What do you think about that?
It looks interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, man. Hopefully hopefully this is good. People have tried to do these classic movie monsters. Give them like an update, updated story and different take on them and whatnot. Most of them fall flat, but hopefully this one sticks to landing. I want a good monster movie. I haven't seen it have a good, I haven't had a good classic monster movie in a while. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. Next bit of movie news. We have a lot of movie news today. Apparently, Emma Corrin's Deadpool 3 role has been revealed. Apparently, she's going to play Cassandra Nova. I'm not familiar with that character. Are you?
I am not familiar with that character at all.
But apparently, Nova is Charles Xavier's villainous twin sister who is attacked by Charles in the womb, only to survive with the goal of getting revenge on him. That sounds epic. So we'll see. And then, of course, we have a lot of fun stuff. There's reportedly a lot of like cameos and, whatnot. Of course, we have Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine in his accurate costume. Hopefully he has the mask. There can be fighting. It's going to be crazy. I don't know. I'm excited for this movie. The Deadpool movies are always pretty fun. Are you looking forward to that?
I am indeed.
Yes. All right. Next bit of movie news. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is beginning production, but with the writer's strike going on and the actor's strike, they have to do a little bit of creative workaround. Apparently, they're going to begin filming scenes without the actors in it from September until the strike ends. So they're just going to be filming, I guess, like background plates, and then just utilizing the CGI and stuff like that. So that's kind of a creative way of doing it, I guess. So hopefully they're able to finish it if they actually decide they want to pay the writers and the director, and the actors a fair deal and whatnot. So we'll see. We'll see if they're able to finish this movie. All right. Next bit of movie news: Robert Downey Jr. Of course, I think we talked about this a while ago, but he's planning on doing a Vertigo remake. Of course, Vertigo, the classic Hitchcock film. He kind of got some mixed reactions with a statement that he made saying that he could do it better than Hitchcock did. But he said it kind of tongue-in-cheek. He said it in a way where he's like, he knows that he can't do a better film, but he's coming at it with a different angle, hoping that he can add a different take to it. He said, we're certainly looking into it. You know why? Exactly. Not even risky. Advisably ridiculous to even consider. So he's admitting that it's like, it's not even like risky. It's ridiculous to even try and do a remake of it, of this movie. But he refers to in the interview about a time that he was rock climbing and he was like frozen with fear to the point where he couldn't move and whatnot. And so he's trying to inject that kind of atmosphere into the movie. And we'll see. We'll see if he can do a great retelling of this classic film. Are you a fan of this movie, the original?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a
great
very fan of this movie. Recently I saw the movie called The Birds. Very, very epic. Very, very different. It actually was based on a true story.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some guy got attacked by birds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would make sense to make a, yeah. I could see the correlation between a bird attack, turning into a bird attack movie. Yeah, I love animal attack movies. Of course, you got Jaws, the Meg 2 is coming out. There's a bunch of great ones. Snakes on a Plane. Do you like Snakes on a Plane?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
I haven't seen it.
Funny
but,
with Samuel L. Jackson. He is a legend of movies.
What was that? Like, there's the classic, or there's a line in the actual movie where he's like, "I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane," or something like that. But then there's like a TV version where it's like, "I'm tired of these like mother-loving snakes on this Monday through Friday plane." I always love TV edits. Sometimes they're funnier than the original movie. Anyway, or like the classic one, of course, Die Hard, Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. I always thought that was funny. I like hearing the TV edits. It's an art form in all of itself, but not to get too off topic here. All right. Our next bit of movie news. Apparently, the 75th Emmy Awards is officially moving to January 2024. I'm guessing because of the writers and the actors strike. Tired of talking about this. Okay, let's skip past this. Moving on. David Harbour said that he wants to move on from his character of Hopper in Stranger Things. Not that he's ungrateful, but he says that he feels like it's time to leave the nest. He wants to venture out, do more movie roles and whatnot. Are you a fan of David Harbour?
I am. Actually, I saw a trailer of his new movie called Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah, that's based on the video game. I think it's I thought it looked kind of silly to me, but
I used to play it a lot, and then of course
I played it.
Stopped playing it for obvious reasons.
Obvious what is the obvious reasons?
I just want to change up my image. I didn't want to play video games all night.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I get. I mean, if those are the obvious reasons, and they do do what you do. You got to do you, man. All right. Our next bit of movie news: actor Billy Porter says Hollywood strikes have forced him to sell his home. That's tragic. I mean, that's the kind of shit that they wanted to happen. Unfortunately, these movie studios and whatnot, they wanted to keep this thing going on for so long. It kind of forced their hand into making a deal, on the terms of the studios and whatnot. So this shit's like coming to fruition now, where people are actually losing their houses and whatnot. So I think that's fucking sketch. It's time these studios made a deal and whatnot. All right. Next bit of movie news: the Barbie movie, of course, is doing excellent in theaters. It's surpassed $1 billion. Did you ever think it was going to surpass $1 billion? Not
really. I'm actually going to see it on Saturday.
I wasn't sure if it was going to make $1 billion. Not because I didn't think it was a good movie, but it's like there's not many movies make $1 billion anymore. I mean, even the Marvel movies aren't even making $1 billion anymore. But man, this whole phenomenon just launched it into the stratosphere. The creativeness of the movie, it just did so great. So apparently, Greta Gerwig, the director, now ranks as the highest-grossing female director of all time at the domestic box office, blasting past Frozen 2, which originally held the record for director Jennifer Lee and Chris Buck. So it's just doing amazing right now. Yeah, you should definitely check it out. All right. Moving on. Our next bit of movie news is a sad bit of movie news. Director William Friedkin, director of The Exorcist, has passed away at the age of 87. Such a legendary director, would you say?
Yeah, very, very legendary. Matter of fact, I've seen The French Connection.
Oh, yes, that's all right. He also did The French Connection.
I also have a very, very special Blu-ray that has his signature.
Oh, yeah, nice. I mean, he's such a legendary director. Amazing movies. It's sad to see such legends pass away. Another person who also passed away, actor Robert Swan, best known for his roles in The Untouchables, Hoosiers, and The Babe, and more, has passed away at the age of 78. Also, Johnny Hardwick, the voice actor of Dale on King of the Hill, has passed away at the age of 64. That's so sad. He's one of my favorite characters from that show. It's such a great show. What do you think about that, man?
It's just so sad how Johnny Hardwick passed away. Such an iconic role of Dale Gribble. So funny, so William S. Burroughs, a little bit of Nicholson, just the right amount of comedic energy in that character.
Perfection.
Yep.
This isn't necessarily movie news, but I threw it in there because I love King of the Hill, and it's such sad news. I just heard about it today, and I threw this in there last minute as a tribute to him. Also passed away, Breaking Bad actor Mark Margolis, who passed away at the age of 83. Such a legendary actor. Of course, he was great in Breaking Bad, but my favorite role was still the landlord in Ace Ventura.
Ventura.
Yes, Satan. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought you were someone else. I love it. And of course, the reason why we're doing this podcast today, actor Paul Rubens has passed away of cancer at the age of 70. Man, so many legends gone. It's crazy, man. Apparently, Paul Rubens, just before he passed away, he left a message to his fans explaining the situation. He said, quote, "Please accept my apology for not going public with what I've been facing these last 6 years. I've always felt a huge amount of love and respect from my friends, fans, and supporters. I have loved you all so much and enjoyed making art for you." What a wonderful statement. You know, someone who really enjoyed the craft of entertainment and whatnot. Definitely speaks to the kind of person he was, and the kind of creative mind who just loved to make people laugh and that will definitely be missed. And that's what I heard, a lot from people who knew him too. He was very considerate, and he always never forgot anyone, and he would always send them birthday memes and pictures and greetings, and like every single person that he met, pretty much, like he would always send them stuff. And he would never forget a birthday or a special event, and I heard he was really kind and whatnot. So sad. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. It's just a sad day that so many celebrities are passing away, but we will always remember them for their great movies and, of course, their body of work.
Definitely. Well, this brings a wrap to This Week in Movie News.